take 3. I'm going to be doing a dramatic reading of one of my journal entries. For some context, this was written on January 23rd, 2016. On January 24th, 2016, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn would be all aligned in the early morning sky and visible to the naked eye for a couple hours before dawn. And this is the entry. The planets. I imagined going back there to watch the planets in the early morning. We would bike down to the house and sneak through the fence into the backyard. The porch faced southeast, just like my backyard. It was perfect. The faint, dull circles would be right in front of us, and we would be where we were, but it would be different than before. People lived in the house now. It was empty before. They took the singular flip-flop off of the deck, and the white plastic frisbee was gone too. Now, it would be colder too. Not that it ever really was that warm. You had felt chilly in the early August afternoon in the shade. This cold would be more bitter, but we would dress with more layers. We'd have not to say too much, so as to not wake the new people who lived in the house, and went on that porch every day. We were there for about 20 minutes or 10 or 5 or an hour. I don't know. You didn't even like me, and I didn't know if I liked you, but it didn't matter. I've gone back there a few times, never in the backyard, and never with you again. We planned to go on the bridges, and we haven't yet. Maybe we will someday. Someone told me you liked me before I knew that anyone could like me, but then you didn't anymore. I didn't like a lot of things anymore either. I wasn't as crazy about Doctor Who, but I still had this notebook. I started to get into rappers like J. Cole and Childish Gambino. I hadn't liked the planets and space for a while at this point too. At this moment, planets and space are some of the most important things to me. They're the kind of thing I forget about for a while, and then in turn, that makes my life a lot more sad and less interesting. But when I started thinking about how cool the moon is or how cool shooting stars are, it begins to make me feel more grounded, but like I'm flying at the same time. Being inside makes you forget that the universe is the most amazing thing ever. It's filled with so many unbelievably cool places and people, but also a lot of believably cool places and people. I think that the backyard of that house that was abandoned when we were there is one of those places, and we were some of those people. I mean, most people are pretty cool, but so are you. And I don't know why thinking about Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn led to thinking about you and that house again, but today's just been one of those days. I remember I had one of those days a while ago too. I didn't do anything but lay around and play video games all day. It made me really sad and I felt like I couldn't move. But then I called you and we started talking, and I was cleaning my room, and then I told you that cleaning my room made me feel better, and you said you were having one of those days too. Today in the afternoon, I thought of that day. And now I'm thinking about how weird I am for writing about you and planets here, but I'm doing it anyway, and I genuinely don't know why. I don't know most things. If you divided the total number of things that I did know by the total number of things that I could know, you would get the number 0.000000001. For all intents and purposes, that number is 0, so I know nothing. What I do know is that I wanted to wake up early and watch the planets with you on the porch, and I also know that I would never tell you that. You're the only thing that I act like matters. For some reason, I'm capable of acting like there is never anything to worry about until it comes to you. I guess I just have to deal with that. We don't even go to the same school anymore, and I haven't said a word to your face for months. I'm beginning to think that the way I feel about you has become skewed because of the fact that we haven't seen each other in so long. That isn't a good thing. I hope that when I'm reading this in the future, I won't be laughing that much. I know I will. I'm kind of laughing about this now. I hope that one day I'll be able to tell you some of this, and I hope that we'll go on the bridges, and I hope that I'll do cool stuff in my life. I hope I'll listen to more good music. I hope I'll do more cool things that I want to do. I hope that I'll meet more cool people. I hope I'll go to more abandoned houses. I hope I'll see more planets. I'll most likely see the planets tomorrow morning on my porch by myself, but they'll be the same planets that I would see with you. So it's okay. I think I'm done. Sick. And that's the end. Thanks for listening.